Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the first take on of 2024. You got here myself, Joel Beya. You got here, I don't know why Flex is in the studio somewhere, but he's still here. Shout out to Flex, he's here. We got Anton, Mr. Blowing Bubbles West Ham, a couple of decent victories.
That's what we do.
Thinks he's going to win the league now.
Didn't say that.
And then we got here a special guest, a friend of ours, Abbi Summers, who is here to represent for Tottenham because apparently they need a voice.
Oh, you need to give Spurs a voice. If Arsenal got a voice,
West Ham
got a voice. If United have got a voice.
And obviously, Danny had a few personal stuff why he can't come, but he will be back next week. But listen, it's been a very interesting Christmas festive period. Flex, this is your show. You guys' a show. I'm just here as a guest, you know. So I'll let you guys crack on.
We got a lot to cover. We got a lot to cover because I learned a lot. I learned a lot in the year of 2023.
What did you learn?
I learned a lot about Anton.
I'm gonna tell you what he learned. I'm gonna tell you one thing he learned. Yeah,
I learned a lot about Anton.
To not say before a game you're gonna burst our bubble, and then their bubble got burst. Yeah, that's what he learned.
Do we have the images of Flex?
Run it back.
Do we have the images of Flex?
Here, pitch side with this one. Look at him in his bubbles. Ready to get your bubbles then burst?
They're not getting burst.
Listen. If we get into all of that, yeah, we won't enjoy what we do. There's been many a time, yeah, you've predicted big wins, yeah, Anton, and it was Moyes out, yeah, and then it turned into give Moyes a statue. Now it's turned into give Moyes a new contract. Like you've been like that the whole time, mate.
When have I been like that? Please tell me.
Back-to-back relegation.
No, when have I been like that?
And then getting out of it.
When have I been like that?
And then you're champions of Europe.
That's just like your thing with Onana. He's going to be the best. Next thing you know, you're dissing his high top.
He's over it now. He's fully over it.
No, I mean, now you're dissing his high top.
Do you speak to him in the mix zone?
As well.
Do you speak to him in the mix zone now?
No, yeah, I did.
Yeah.
And also, what I learned about Anton. What I learned about Anton as well. This is what I learned about Anton. Yeah, as an ex-pro, I thought that his standards would have still stood as a fan, but he lets them slip to let players off the hook.
In what way?
Jadon
Talk
Sancho.
to me.
Elaborate.
Talk to me.
That's what I learned.
What the free Sancho thing?
Compromises professional standards.
What the free Sancho?
Yes, I'm surprised you haven't got the same trim as him in his
Well, there's a reason
chain.
why I'm wearing a hat, because there ain't no trim. There ain't no trim.
Wait, can we? That's a good place to start, isn't it? Like you're getting cooked in the 5 UK comments at the moment. Like, have you seen it, Abby?
No, I haven't seen it. But what are they cooking you for?
Basically, he's getting a trim in it, ready for Dortmund.
Smokey Barbers, shout out to him.
Yeah.
Shout out to Smokey. And it says about he getting a fresh trim ready for Dortmund. I hope he goes. Free Sancho, so he can ball free Sancho.
Oh, they're on that.
And they're on me. And do you know what it is? I ain't never going to change. From the start, I've always said what Jadon's done in terms of defending his honour about his work ethic and then going to New York and partying. Is he stupid for doing that? 100%. My grievance has always been the double standards from Ten Hag treating Jadon that way, but Rashford's done something similar. I think it could be worse, in my opinion, because
He didn't do something similar.
I think it could be worse.
This is the whole thing. Nothing that Jadon. Let me move that. Nothing, right? that Jadon Sancho.
Are you gonna let me finish? You're gonna let me finish.
Rashford.
You're gonna let me finish.
It's wrong.
No, but I'm saying when you compare the two, let's compare.
Not understanding what it was versus what it wasn't.
Let's compare, right?
They're not comparable.
Let's compare.
Go on.
Jadon, turn up late, not training properly. Yeah, is what's being said.
Yeah.
Don't perform on the pitch. Is what's being said. Yeah. Defends his honour about his work ethic. Next day goes New York, parties. Stupid for that, 100%. Rashford held the club at ransom for a new deal. one of your highest earners.
You can't, that's a bit rude, isn't it? Like,
you see what I'm saying?
It was renegotiation
and
time.
they gave him a new contract.
And he done well. He done well. He got the dough. He done well. He got the dough.
Yeah. So
he done well. He got the dough. He got the dough.
You see the narrative? You see how he tried to show me narrative, Flex?
Let me
and then he talks to me like I'm
narrative
land.
FC.
Let
You got
me
the
land.
cheating
To be fair, Rashford's just done what Mesut Ozil did to you.
No, we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that.
Let me land, yeah?
He's landing.
So he signed a deal. Has he been good since the deal has been signed? No.
I'm waiting
right?
for for this thing.
Then,
mate. I'm at Terminal 3.
Then, man played in the derby against Man City, was dead in the derby, didn't play well, got slapped up, went out that night for his birthday with a game pending in a week.
Yeah.
Didn't play in a week because Ten Hag said it was terrible, shouldn't be doing that.
So how is it the same as Sancho? I'm still waiting. How is it the same as coming out in public in your iPhone notes and putting out a message cussing out the manager saying that
No, for the simple
for
fact
bit.
that if you are game midweek, you don't go out. And you've just been beaten by your biggest rivals. Your derby.
And what did he say? And when he said it in the press conference that I spoke to him and it's unacceptable, what did Rashford do?
He played shit the week after.
What did he do?
He didn't play. He didn't play. He didn't play
Anton,
in that week,
Anton,
and he was shit the weekend after.
But you're talking now again. You're moving the goalposts. You're acting like I'm trying to be out here trying to say, look at Rashford. He's played amazing this season. All I'm saying is that he didn't go in his iPhone notes and cuss out the manager and call him a liar. Because as soon as you do that as a professional footballer, get out. Or furthermore, it won't even get out. Say sorry. Why did he say sorry?
Guys, I think we should leave. I think we should leave this in 2023. Yeah.
Actually, now you know what, Joe? Do you know what? Actually, I do want to say my piece on Sancho in a calm way because Anton's just trying to wind me up. Yeah, I'll be honest.
Free Sancho, guys.
It's the end. It's best for both. It's best for both parties. I didn't want it to be like this. I'm actually still annoyed. I'm actually still sad that a player that we chased for so long, a player that was so highly touted, a player that's so talented, like before all this happened, and he was running the show with Bellingham and an up-and-coming Haaland, and he was one of the hottest properties in Europe.
Which he could do with Haaland, by the way.
There done a decent job with Haaland still, you're right.
Him and Saka, and you know what I'm saying, and all these types of things, and now he's way off it. He's come to Man United, it hasn't worked. It's another player that we've given massive money to. It hasn't worked for loads of reasons. Some on his part, some absolutely. Am I stupid enough or naive enough to think that Man United haven't played their part in this? No, I'm not. It's another player that we're going to have to lose money on, and another player who's come to Man United with high expectations and has fallen really, really short in the graveyard that is Man United. And actually, I'm actually happy for him in terms of I hope he goes and reignites his career. And what will probably happen is he'll go back to Dortmund in his comfort zone where he knows the club know him, he knows the fans, etc., the place. He'll start playing well again. And then we'll start on Twitter, you'll start seeing bringing back team. Man United was the problem, rare, and all the revisionism. The fact is that he fell out with Erik Ten Hag. He had a chance to put it right. I wish it didn't happen, but it's best for both parties that he goes. He's 23 years of age, and he's a top player, and I hope that he goes and finds his feet.
He's got his whole career left.
I'm just talking like this.
All right. Let's move on because otherwise we're going to be on this topic for life. Yeah, man. Look, this is supposed to be an end of year review, and all of a sudden we've started with Sancho's trim and whatnot. I want to start off with yourself. Look,
he's freed.
We're going to break it down into topics. Is that all right, Flex? Like,
yeah, man, of course.
You know, best, worst moments of 2023. So I want to know your favorite individual performance. Would you say? What would you go for?
Oh, what, as a team or as like as a player?
Or should we say team or player? I don't really mind. I'm not too picky. And you guys get involved in the comments as well, by the way, if you think we've got it wrong, if you think we've got it right.
Do you know what? It's probably not the best, but it's one of my personal favourites.
Oh, yeah?
The Anfield game with Arsenal when they were 2-0 down and the way they come back. That wasn't even meant to be.
What was it?
We've got let's see if she comes. Joe, I forgot to tell you this about Abby, yeah? Let's see if she comes with the full energy of how much she hates Arsenal normally.
Wow. We've got her here for her Spurs takes, and she's... What's this?
Abby, go.
People in the comments like, great recruit.
I'm not going to be holding back. You're not going to hold back. It's one of my favourite performances of last season because it changed everything. It did. It changed everything. Yeah. Arsenal were 2-0 up. When I was sitting there, it was Easter weekend, I was having a roast. I thought, well, lovely Sunday, come on Liverpool. And then they're 2-0 down. And I thought, no, like this really could be becoming a reality. Obviously, you know, Flex and I work with a lot of Arsenal fans. And I thought, I'm going to have to find a new job. Like, I can't physically come into work when they've won the league. I can't. Like, I just can't do it.
Is this around the time when Joel was walking around with the
Yes,
with the baby?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, Abby. Remind him.
This is all around the same time. And I honestly thought to myself, this is bad news. Bad news. But then take that away. But
for us, no? West Ham.
I think that Liverpool performance and how they come back, it changed everything. So for me, it was an important game. It was a very important display. Because
for you as a Tottenham fan.
For me as a Tottenham fan, and me as a football fan, because it just showed that, you know, Arsenal had been kind of dominating up until that point. I really thought they were going to win the league in hindsight. And it just showed you that, you know, to win a league, you've got to be impeccable for the entire duration of a season, not just 6 months of it. And there are levels, you know. This is
I think we know.
You want me to stop? You want me to stop? Okay.
For me, has it carried on this year?
No, I mean, we'll talk about that, won't we?
Okay.
We'll talk about that.
For me, it's simple. I'm short-term memory. Slapping United 3-1 at the Emirates.
That's your highlight.
That's your highlight.
Yeah.
of the whole year.
I'm so glad we're massive.
What? Yeah.
That can't be your highlight, Joel.
What I can think of at the moment is
you can tell you've been to the Olympic Stadium.
That's your best game of 2023 out of everything.
Well, yeah.
Not beating City for the first time in ages.
What?
You put the pressure on.
What do you mean? No, we beat you as well. We beat you as well like a year ago, literally a year ago, and that was really interesting. When there was Rashford doing this, Saka was doing this at the Emirates again. But I really enjoyed the one in September because I don't know, man. I don't know. I was talking to Flex, and Flex was giving it all whatever. I couldn't find him after the game was done. I really couldn't find him.
I was there, mate. I was right there.
The seats were nice as well. It was comfy. I was with a couple celebs and that, you know me. I like
that name off the floor, yeah.
Exactly.
Name droppers, yeah.
You know what I mean? But for me, that 3-1 was the one for me.
Names.
Flex.
Wow.
What's yours, Flex?
What the biggest shock or the big? What,
no. Your favorite individual performance?
It was slim pickings with United. Could have been shit. It's actually probably Barcelona at home.
Oh, that was a good one.
It was Barcelona at home because when I look back at it, I was so stupid to think what I thought was going to happen after that. I was going to say the Carabao Cup against Newcastle because that's when it felt like it wasn't an amazing performance, but it felt like a big turning point. But it was for the wrong reasons because ever since then we've been crap. But it was probably Barcelona at home. I thought it was on the front foot. We went 1-0 down as well, and to come back and the atmosphere in there, it felt like it was on the cusp of gonna go and do something. There were a couple of others.
I think both those Barcelona games were good, you know, Flex.
Yeah,
both of them, to be fair.
They were good games.
New Camp as well.
We beat Arsenal in Anthony's first game and he got a goal in his debut.
What? Say that again?
That was good.
When you lot thought Anthony was good?
When I thought Anthony was going to do a madness when he done this celebration.
And he went out raving in his tracksuit, remember?
Man was on a dance floor with a football.
There's been a few.
Going round in a circle.
Winning the FA Cup against West Ham, slapped them at home when they thought they was going to win. Come back, beat them. Beat Tottenham. You know what I mean? We beat everyone last year.
It wasn't hard to beat Tottenham last season, was it?
I'm going to say Barcelona.
Do you want me to get mine? My favourite individual performance from the team. I'm going to say something that none of you can say you done last year. Was lift a trophy.
To be fair, United did win a trophy.
What did they win?
It's weird. It's weird you didn't. It's weird you didn't mention that as your favourite performance.
Mate, you probably get more for the Carabao Cup than you do for the
European Cup. I meant European Cup.
Well done,
mate. We'll get more energy drinks, given to us than you'll get for winning that cup.
Nah, bruv. Just understand one thing. Champions of Europe.
Massive, yeah.
Massive. He said that we're massive. I told you he's been to the Olympic Stadium. He heard it.
Yeah, you took him there. It looked good, by the way. Okay, cool. So to move it along, best managerial job so far.
I'm going.
For 2023 or this year?
Let's just make it interesting. Calendar year.
Oh, okay.
So I don't mind if we split into. Yeah. I think I gotta agree.
Emery's
with that.
got to be top.
I gotta agree with that.
Moyes will be up there.
Easy.
But I'm going to say
Ange
someone
will be
else.
up
Well, that's the thing.
He's the biggest one.
if we're basing it on this
Ange.
season, sorry,
Ange has to be up there.
Ange is up there.
No, hold on a minute.
No.
If it's why? Why? Whoa.
Because first of all, a few weeks of Tottenham
I don't
doing
even
well,
like
all of a
Tottenham.
sudden,
Joel,
Tottenham are going to win the league.
Joel.
Then they go through some dirty rough patch. Yeah, all of a sudden
We've had no players,
Yeah,
Joel.
no, it doesn't matter.
Can we talk about your dirty rough patch? It's
Go on
one
then.
win in
What,
6,
being in top 4?
One win in 6.
Being in the top 4 the
Big
whole
old
year.
Arsenal, who
The
are
whole
going to
year
win
we've
the
been in top
league.
4.
All they do is put the pressure on. Let's go, guys.
Yeah.
You're one big point ahead of us.
All I'm saying is,
one big point.
all I'm saying is,
Talk about
I
Ange
don't-
like that.
I don't even like Spurs. Put it out. I don't like Spurs. Don't like them.
It's all right.
All right. However, what Ange has done with this team after losing one of their best ever players, the impact that he's had on that team can't go unrecognised.
Good impact, but they ain't going to do anything with it.
What are you going to do with it?
There's no point.
Because the way I'm looking...
We're beating Liverpool on Sunday, by the way. Right?
Okay, well, how would you do that? Yeah.
Wait.
Let's make sure we clip that.
Let's make sure you clip that.
Bruv, I'm going to be there.
We'll
Clip
keep
it
the
up.
receipts.
What, you're going on as if like
Keep
the
that
Emirates...
receipt.
Come on, man. They come into our ground.
Okay, so did West Ham last
Exactly.
week.
Slap,
They come into our ground.
Yeah, but...
Coming to our
Yeah,
ground.
but you know what happens when you play smaller teams. Sometimes you
Don't
get
give me
complacent.
that.
Half your fans are walking
get
out in
complacent.
75 minutes.
Yeah.
All I
complacent.
know is Alvarez yammed rice and peas, yeah?
All right, Anton.
Yammed up rice and
You're
peas.
being very disrespectful for a team that's also won nothing.
I think
last season.
Emery gets the manager thing, innit?
Yeah.
Emery's got to be up there. I've got a couple of other honorary mentions. Abby's going to laugh with this one.
Ten
but
odd?
I am going to say De Zerbi.
Do you know why? Because he hates De Zerbi. He's got some weird vendetta against him.
This season's been a bit.
What you at Man United?
But they're still seventh, and he got them through their first ever European group. I think they finished top of that group as well. Some great nights at the Amex.
Yeah.
And to take over from Graham Potter, and everyone was like, "Look at the work Graham Potter's done." I think he's arguably kicked them on further.
Yeah,
that's true.
To how well he's done. So he's one of my other ones. And my other one is Gary O'Neill, I'm going to say.
Yeah.
He kept Bournemouth up when no one thought he could, got sacked when no one thought he should, and then went to Wolves, and they're mega competitive. And everyone had Wolves as one of the favourites. I think nearly every person, I didn't, but a lot of people had Wolves to go down at the beginning of the season.
I had them not to go down, but low. I do think, not for like the narrative.
And they're on the same points as Chelsea, which is not good for...
I do think, not for the narrative, but I do think we should add Mikel Arteta.
Get out of here.
Because prior to the 2020,
and now it looks like he's bottled it again. No.
Prior to the 2022-2023 season, no one would have said that Arsenal would be anywhere near the force that we are now. I'm not saying we've won anything, by the way, but I'm just saying you can't. Yeah, we haven't, but you can't overlook the fact that now there's even an expectancy for us to be at the top.
You can't even say it with a straight face.
No, it's the truth, though. Do you know what I mean? It's the truth.
I want to ask you something.
Go on, you got to ask.
Remember under Pochettino, Spurs were challenging, right? At some point.
I thought he was brilliant, by the way.
All
I think he's a
Arsenal
brilliant
kept
manager.
saying was, all you've done is put the pressure on. Well, that's all you lot
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Arsenal fan base in general at the time was, you put the pressure on. Well done. Did you make a DVD? Well, you just put the pressure on last season. Did you make a DVD?
First of all,
you were celebrating at Christmas being top. This season and last, you had T-shirts printed.
That was Cecil. That was Cecil.
Walking around there.
Joel was on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, I'm not saying that Mikel Arteta hasn't done a good job, but at the end of the day, you also won this same amount as most clubs last season, which was nothing.
I don't think you're understanding what I'm saying here.
I've got a question.
You spent a lot of money as well.
Joel?
So?
Yeah.
So did Man United.
Yeah.
I've got a question for you, Joel, yeah?
Go on.
And you're putting Arteta in that, yeah? You are.
Honourable mention, I said.
Okay, honourable, you're putting him in there, okay?
Yeah.
He got you into a position where you were challenging last year.
Never expected it, by the way.
Didn't expect it. Now you spent big money this summer.
65 on Kai.
You spent big money on this summer.
90 on.
You're about to again.
Are we?
In January.
We don't know that. We don't know that yet. Potentially. Hopefully so.
If you get a striker in and you don't win a league, is he there next year?
Yeah, he will be there next year.
No, do you want him there next year?
Yeah,
Not the club,
I'm backing.
do you?
You know me, I back my manager all the time. Because
No, you don't. You was on Amazon Prime saying he's not good enough. Get him out. I heard your voice,
mate. That was a long time ago. But what I'm saying is the reason why is because it depends on where your club is. I think if it's a normal, we've been in the darkness for so long in terms of the league and Europe, that we finally got some stability, and I think we were missing that since. Yeah, we had the stability with Wenger when it was top 4, but we went from being champions to slipping down. And then we went through that funny period. We've had some really horrendous league results in positions in the last 10 years, 8th, 7th, 5th. It's been mad. So now that he's pushed us back up again, I think it's one of those things there where they should stick with him. Look, how long did it take Fergie to win the league? Was it 6 years, Flex?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You do have to stick with him, but if he doesn't finish the top 4, that's a sackable.
Are you sticking with Ten Hag?
Huh?
You sticking with Ten Hag?
Depends what Sir Jim Ratcliffe thinks. If he wants to clear him out,
Oh, you changed your tune.
I've always said that. I said if they want to clear it all out, then clear it all out and have a plan. If you ain't got a plan, keep him.
No, a couple of weeks ago, someone sent in a message and said, you have to make a decision now. You can either keep Ten Hag, but it has to be for another 2 seasons, or you can get rid of him now. And he went, keep him.
Yeah, that wasn't 2 weeks ago. That was 2 months ago. That wasn't 2 months ago. And if we talk about changing their tune, this time last year you didn't even go to any Spurs games.
No, I wasn't. I was in pure protest. I was in pure protest.
Right, but all of a sudden now,
it's all coming out now.
All of a sudden, guys, all of a sudden, it was Enoch out. It was Levy out.
Levy is still out. I still want Levy out my club. I still want Daniel Levy out my club. I will never, ever change my tune on that. But I finally have a manager that I can get behind. I was not going to go this time last year. I had my own personal stuff going on, which you know about, by the way.
So
rude, isn't he? So rude. He's so rude. So rude. This makes me my friend. This makes me one of my brothers.
I'm saying we can change our tunes.
Yeah. Using personal against me. I decided it wasn't benefiting. It wasn't benefiting my mental health to go.
Where's the HR?
He's rude this way.
All right, let's pick next.
Low.
Biggest disappointment.
Flex.
No, biggest disappointment 2023.
I'm gonna say.
Onana.
Should we go for players?
Onana. With a high top.
Yeah, we can go players. Let's go players.
I'm going to say there's going to be a lot of Man United ones in there. When was Anthony? Was that this year? No, it wasn't. When was that?
It's been the whole time,
when was Anthony? That was the year before, innit?
When did you sign Anthony?
2022, 2023. It's okay, you can put him in.
Yeah, that's last year.
You can still put him in there. It's okay.
Rashford's got to be in there as well.
Nah, do you know why that's unfair? Really?
Oh, actually, no, because half of the year was scoring loads, innit?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's only this season.
Yeah.
When he wanted that new deal.
Who's been... Yeah, because since he signed a new deal, it's been crap. Onana's definitely up there, 1,000,000%.
What, the high top or him?
Both. Bro, you wish you could have a high top like that.
Don't you worry about me, because I'll get my pictures from when I was younger.
You had the David Hayes straight back cornrows, bro.
I had one back in the day. I had the lean. Remember the lean? I had that, the Bobby Brown. I had that as well.
For me, can I go next? Is that right?
Yeah, go.
Kieran Tierney being out. Because I think if Kieran was...
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I think the fact that he's just been shut out of the team is just the liberties, if I'm honest with you. Obviously as well with Timber being injured, if we had Tierney right now, a lot of the situations that we have, it would have been better for us. And I think he's better than Zinchenko defensively as well.
Is this your, if we would have had Saliba last year, we would have won
the league?
That was a disappointment, but we had him for a lot of it as well. So
but you had Saliba this year, and
I know. But so for me, biggest disappointment is Tierney, and Timber as well. If I'm to be really serious, I think if he was playing, what a player! What an absolute player! So for him to get injured, in the Community Shield, whatever, I just thought that's
a big miss.
Injuries happen, Joel.
It does happen, but there we go. We don't cry about it. We just get on with it. What about yours?
My biggest disappointment.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I'm going to go overall Chelsea. The amount of money that Chelsea have spent.
Oh, so you're not going... What? No.
You want me to go in... Yeah, what, for Spurs?
What did you do?
I ain't done one yet.
All right.
I'm thinking
He's done a United one.
All right. I was going to say... I thought we were talking about general. My biggest disappointment was Spurs.
Yeah.
The whole of last season. Nothing this season.
Really?
Yeah, the whole of last season. Conte, the board, the players, everything. Like the whole thing.
The whole shebang.
The whole year. I couldn't wait for it to be over.
Yeah.
But look at how times change.
Yeah, times change. I mean, you did have a good second part, but I hear you. I think it's.
Is it not Harry Kane, Abby?
Well, I mean, the fact that
Harry Kane leaving.
Yeah, the whole thing. The whole thing of last season. Not this season. This season, I'm very happy. I love Ange. You know, I love the players that we've signed. Made a huge difference for us. But all of last season, the whole thing, terrible.
Okay, that's fair.
I don't have one. Not with West Ham.
What about letting go of Rice?
Fair enough.
Disappointed?
We've got Alvarez.
Oh, okay.
Alvarez is coming in, and Alvarez is coming and busting.
Is that how you treat your club legends? Yeah?
Did you see what they were chanting him?
Yeah, you lot were cussing out Rice the other day.
No, do you know what? I think
Anton was there jumping up and down in the middle.
No, I wasn't. No chance. Listen, you know I love Deck.
Relationship FC.
No, seeing him go was disappointing. It was, but it softens the blow when a man like Alvarez comes in. You get me?
Okay.
And Ward-Prowse.
And Ward-Prowse as well. That's what I'm saying.
And Kudus.
And Kudus.
Yeah, you lot have money.
They use that money well.
So this is what I'm saying. I don't really have one.
Can I ask?
Talk to me.
Who does the transfers for you guys?
I think it's a mix between Mark Noble, the new sporting director Tim, and the manager.
Really?
Yeah. That's good.
Listen,
Tim's come in with a plan. He's got a plan, and I think that's what's been really good for our club this year. Is we've spent money on players previous years, but they've not been the right fit for the football club and for the manager. Whereas this year, it's almost like there's a method to what we're doing and who we're buying. And this is why I think we're seeing the benefits of it.
That's a brilliant team right there.
It is.
Isn't it, Flex?
It is, especially because we've got the real star boy.
Yeah, no, I don't know if he's the real one. He plays for Ghana, but
we've got the real star boy.
I was going to say, so what about Guirassy, the striker that you guys are linked with? I mean, I know you guys are linked with him. United are linked with him. Spurs are linked with him. Newcastle. I don't know why we're not linked with him. Like, we clearly need a striker. But there you go.
Because you're Arsenal, that's why.
Bigger fish.
But on a serious note, listen, there's some big teams in for this guy. If we was to get him, it would be a massive, massive coup.
He's got a release clause. I'm pretty sure. I don't think it's that high. I think it was like 17 million or something. So
it's 17.2 million.
Yeah, so it's just if someone wants to go and take a jump.
We're out of it. We can't afford it, so we'd have to try and get him in the summer. So that's
you would afford it if Sancho goes, no?
It's a loan.
He's only going on
It's a loan.
3 million loan, yeah.
Who are you going to sell?
Can't sell no one now.
Allow it.
In January, nobody. That's the whole problem at Man United, isn't it?
Hey, what's his name's going back as well? To Spurs? Nah.
Oh,
Reguilon's going back as well, isn't it?
Reguilon.
Yeah, because the Spurs were moaning about too much injuries and that, so we thought, all right, cool, we'll send him back there.
He's going straight back out on loan.
Wow.
He's going straight back.
Yeah, to be honest, that makes it like it was between him and Cucurella, innit, on like deadline day. Like we needed an emergency thing because Malacia popped down with a long-term injury, and so did Luke Shaw. We didn't have no left backs. So we had to just get him in for 6 months. And now we don't need him because Luke Shaw's back and Malacia's round the corner from being back as well. And obviously Dallo can play there. So, but fair play to him though, because I remember a good couple games. Obviously it weren't the levels. There's a reason why he can't get in at Spurs as well. But he had a lot of passion. Like first game against Bayern Munich, running around like a madman.
I think he was all right though when he played, if I'm to be fair.
Yeah, he was. He was all right.
He's better than what I thought he would be.
One of United's best players this season.
When he played.
I wouldn't say that.
I don't think she's completely. Well, to be fair, what was the bar?
He's hardly played.
The bar was low.
He's hardly played. I wouldn't say that, but a couple of times he played.
What would you give him as a rating? Because you know, big fat 0 like you did.
Not big fat 0. I'd give him. Came in hard circumstances, fill in a little bit, got us a couple wins. I'd give him a 6. Okay,
so that's the final thing that we're gonna do, right? Final thing for today. Give your team a rating out of 10 for the calendar year, by the way, of 2023.
The calendar year.
It's hard.
Let us know what you. It's not hard.
Well, it is for me because I've got two
But then that's why we're doing this. Yeah, exactly. So
that's why it's a 5.
Yeah, it's probably a 5.
Yeah. Well, if I'm going down the middle,
that's why it's a 5.
But I know how that flipped up and changed.
Do you want to go on? You might as well kick it off.
I don't want to give it a 5 though because
why?
Because I think
you got to be fair.
Because
you can't say that the previous year was a big disappointment, everything, and then you don't want to give it a 5.
Yeah, but I want to give Ange more credit for what he's done.
Man,
you are. That's why, because it would have been a 0.
Yeah, to be fair, it would have been a 0. But if we did this in May, it would have been a complete 0, maybe like 1 out of 10. No, I'm gonna give it a 6 because of Ange. I can't just make it 5 because that makes it look like I'm not happy with Ange.
Crazy.
I'm very happy with Ange.
No, we know you're happy with
And it's making me forget about the trauma from last year.
What's going on over in North London? Narrative FC everywhere.
Narrative FC, mate.
Everywhere. North London's full of narratives.
Should have seen him yesterday. Narratives. He's trying to pair up with Matisse from Chelsea to avoid getting spun every week.
Oh, wow.
He said we're in a mid-table. I'm going with a 6.
You're horrible.
I'm forgetting about last season.
You're horrible.
Can't forget about last season. That's
for me.
You need to remember last season.
We've spent
a lot of money.
A lot of time being top of the league. I think that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, more time than anyone else.
More time than anyone else, so that's a positive, you know. We didn't win the league, which is the negative. So I think, it was expected.
Wait. You won the league. You won the league at Christmas.
Twice.
Personally, walking around with the Premier League Cup with your shades on. You won the league.
So if I'm to be realistic, if we had won the league, for Arsenal's perspective, it would have been a 10, right? I think that's fair. I'm just trying to break it down, right? If we had won the league.
Any trophy.
I say the league because that's what we really want. We got 4 FA Cups in 8-9 years. We're good on that side. We're good on that side.
Okay.
Oldest cup in England, in the world even. We're good on that side. We didn't win the league, so it takes it down a couple notches. I probably think 8 out of 10 is a good one.
Too high.
Way too high.
That's way too high.
Yeah.
7. No lower than... No, you know what, yeah?
I'll give him a 7.
If she's a 6, yeah? if she's a 6 out of 10, we've definitely had an 8 out of 10 calendar year.
On the back, on the last 6 months of my year, it's risen it up high.
Shouldn't be 6. Don't base it off Abby's. Hers shouldn't be 6.
I reckon it's got to be an 8.
I think a 7.
That's the biggest disappointment is that we didn't win the league. And I've knocked off 2 points for that. So I think that's fair.
Are you winning the league this year?
Your rating as a fan, as an Arsenal
That's not the question,
I'm just
bro.
asking, are you winning the league this year?
Come on, man. What's yours? What's your rating?
Well, boy, if I'm going up for you guys,
and you're champions of Europe,
and we're champions of Europe.
Got to be a 10.
Nah, it can't be a 10.
Right, they've won
I'm gonna do what you guys have not done. Yeah. Let me get my professional hat on.
Go on then.
Strong 9. And the only reason why it's not a 10 is because in the league last year we were diabolical.
Yeah.
If we would have been good in the league, it's a 10.
I think that's fair. That's fair.
Thank you.
I think that's fair.
They won a European Cup. They managed to avoid relegation, but like you said, it was
signed really good players, by the way. Excellent.
Lost their best player.
And by the way, we started the season well this year.
Higher than they were last year.
We started the league well this year, went through a blip, and now we're Bizak.
You should take off 1 point for the fans though that wanted Moyes sacked.
No.
Yeah, take it down to an 8.
There's a lot of fans that want that.
What about you, Flex?
Oh,
I'm going to go less than a 5, actually. I'm going to go less than a 5. I'm not going to do what Abby done and forget bad things.
But you won a trophy this calendar year.
I'm in the back. Yeah, but standards, it's not a Spurs thing where we're just happy to just get a Carabao Cup.
I think you are, though. I think you actually are happy to just win a Carabao Cup.
It felt all right, but we didn't kick on. So in my eyes, it may as well have not happened because we didn't kick on. And I don't look back at that Carabao Cup now and say, well, at least we won that. Look at the position we're in now. We didn't build upon it. We actually got worse from the day we won that. And it's been shocking.
And that was in February, innit? So that means you've had 11 months.
And actually, from January to March is where we actually played our best football. 3 months. And that's it. So, I'm going to say for how big the drop-off is now and the records that we're breaking
2.
and how mashed up the club is now.
Oh, yeah.
2?
Like
3.
3. Yeah, I'm going to say 3, man.
That's
the drop-off too big.
But what about the way you dealt with the De Gea stuff and that? Don't you think that should be more down to a 2?
Well, listen, it's slim pickings, isn't it? 2 and 3 it's not much in it. Look, the De Gea thing was, I don't regret saying that he should leave, but whoever you bring in should be better, and you got that wrong as it stands.
He's good with his feet, though.
The signings that you made in the summer, again, haven't worked. Yeah, injuries, I get all that, but we're still scratching our heads with some of them signings. The signings that we've made before that helped us have a good season last year haven't really been it. Obviously, Martinez has been out; he's the only one. But the rest of them, you're like, what's going on? And just the drop off has just been too big. Because last season was a good season. I'm not taking that away. Third and a trophy, and obviously got to FA Cup final, couldn't quite do it. But that was deemed as a good season. Erik Ten Hag got a lot of praise, and quite rightly so. But the drop off from then to now has been too big. I'm gonna say 3.
Okay. Well, I think that's a good way to end the first take on of 2024. Flex, you're back in the studio next week, yeah?
Back in the studio next week, man.
Lovely stuff.
Back in.
You and Danny both off sick, apparently. Thank you, Abby, for coming in.
Pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Didn't hear too much about Spurs this week. More kicking Arsenal, but whatever, innit? Thanks for having me on as a guest as well, Anton. I really appreciate it. Because he asked me in a group chat, so do you want me on? He goes, yes.
We've not even dissect the
Nah, we don't need to do
the
that.
West Ham and
Arsenal game. What, United?
Arsenal game.
What about the United one?
No, I want to talk. You're here. I want to talk to you.
I want to talk about West Ham, Liverpool. Anyway, guys, we will be back next week with another episode of The Take On. Please make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. We are back now, fully loaded for 2024. Content's going to be sick. Follow us on socials. All links in the description. Keep on watching. Peace.